This is the 7th grade lesson for October 28th, 2016. The bell work was to finish the plot diagram from yesterday. As you might recall, you had to finish the plot diagram from The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street. I will hopefully have that up online. If not tonight, I'll have it up by Monday. Okay, it'll be under one of the new tabs called Quarter 2 Materials. So you have to finish that plot diagram, okay? As soon as you were done with that, again, a couple announcements. I still have people that are not turning in their discussion on writing. It's now almost a week overdue, so please make sure if your name is up here that you're getting that done. Monthly reading assignments are due November 30th, just wanted to remind you of that, and chapters 12 to 14 of The Giver are due Monday. I don't expect to have a quiz, but if I don't have enough people there, we'll have to see. So, Monsters Due on Maple Street. Okay, by this point we've already finished the story. You have made a plot diagram of the story. So, now you have to choose a character of the story. Okay, on a separate sheet of paper, you will need to show me this if you were absent. Okay, choose a character of the story. Choose one of the following 5, either Tommy, Don, Steve, Charlie, or Goodman. One of those 5 characters. Okay, and answer the following questions for me. Tell me what the character looks like, as best as you can. Some of them don't have specific directions or instructions or descriptions. Okay, look in the italic sections. Tell me how the character acts normally, just every day, at the beginning before things go crazy. Tell me how the character acts when things do go crazy. So when they're scared or nervous, how do the actions change? And then tell me how other characters view that character. Okay? So that should be in complete sentences. Now the whole point of that, so let's say for example, you're taking a look at Tommy. Well, Tommy, obviously he looks like a young boy. Right? It says he has spectacles, says that he's 14 years old, so that's what he looks like. Okay, the other ones you would have to answer as well. This all ties into something called characterization, which is how you get to know the characters in a book. Okay, there's 2 different types. There's direct characterization, which is when the author directly tells you what the character looks like, feels, or is doing. For example, the poor man limped down the street. I am directly telling you that the man is poor and he's limping. Indirect characterization is when an author shows or suggests what the character looks like, feels, or is doing. For example, changing that first sentence up a little bit, an indirect characterization would be, the filthy man in tattered clothes hobbled down the street, his weight supported mostly on one leg. That immediately tells you, okay, that if he's filthy in tattered clothes, he's probably poor, okay? And his weight supported mostly on one leg as he's hobbling down the street. Lets you know, okay, he's hurt and he's limping. But I didn't have to outright tell you that. Okay? Now, here's the assignment. This is what I need you to take and bring into me on Monday. You need to find an example of direct and indirect characterization for 3 of the characters from Monsters. You need to label these as direct or indirect on your sheet of paper. So by this point, you should have several things on that sheet of paper already. So draw a line under those, and then you're going to do this. Okay? Pick 3 characters. Make a little table if you want to. 3 characters. Each character, you have to give me an example of direct and indirect characterization. So each character should have 2 types of characterization, 1 direct and 1 indirect. By the end, you should have 6 examples of direct and indirect characterization, 3 each. Okay? I'll even give you an example. Take those 5 characters again. Those are the easiest ones to work with. All the rest are a little bit too undeveloped. So let's take Charlie, for example. Okay? Charlie ends up taking the gun from Steve and points it at a figure that's approaching in the darkness. Okay? That right there is indirect characterization. You can tell that Charlie's scared. You don't have to know exactly what's going on. The author doesn't have to tell you he's scared. You already know, because it's just what he's doing. Okay, you can also tell that he's probably a little bit protective or a little bit nervous. So that's indirect characterization. Direct would basically be, Tommy was a 14-year-old boy who wore glasses. Alright, so from there, keep that in mind and do that for me. That's going to be the assignment for the day. That concludes the lesson of today.